Hello and welcome. Today's lesson's on Earth's features. Let's get ready to learn. This is a mountain. This is a glacier. It's a river of ice. Very cool. Very cold. Did you know the surface of the Earth is not flat? Sometimes it might seem very flat, but it really isn't. The surface is changed by water, ice, wind, and gravity. Now, why is this important? Well, if you own that house, it'd be pretty important to you. Water, air, ice, and gravity act on rocks and soil. Certainly did here. This house was not built right there. Well, it was built there, but there was more land around there. Erosion, wearing away, or deposition, build up, moves materials. Erosion, taking material away, goes away. This is material used to be here is now eroded. Or deposition, to deposit, to build up. Those are the two major things of moving parts of the earth around. It erodes away, it wears away and moves and is deposited, because if it comes from someplace, it's got to go someplace. Underwater features are a result of ocean water flow and volcanic activity. Same on the earth, except with water instead of air. We build homes on land that is changed by water. If we don't know about it, it might cause us some issues. What's important to know about Earth's features? Earth's features are mountains, here, valleys. This is the Mississippi River Valley. Oceans. Earth's features are shaped by water, wind, ice, and gravity. And we define features into major categories: mountains, valleys, rivers, oceans, because it's just easier to discuss them. When we're talking about a mountainous area, we all have a very similar understanding. Isn't that pretty? Water is the major shaper of the surface of the earth. It's that water cycle thing where it evaporates, it condenses in clouds and falls as rain or snow or ice, and then flows into the ocean. And when it hits the surface, it changes the surface. It brings part of it with it as it moves and deposits material in other places. So water is the major shaper of Earth's surface. This is rock with a hole in it. Air and gravity also change Earth's surface. Now, at one time, this might have been a river flowing through here and like an underground. I don't know. But wind can also shape the Earth's surface. Over time, a long time, wind blows on the rocks and changes the surface. Okay, we got two things here. We have erosion, removing the material, and deposition, depositing the material. Okay, this is a river delta. Here's the major part of the river, and as it flows out into a sea, it deposits material because When it gets here, it slows down. And the water slowing down means that it's going to drop what it's carrying. And these small, tiny specks of earth build up over time and cause this thing called a delta. Another one of the Earth's features that we have an understanding about. We'll talk about that later. So we have erosion, the moving of the material, and the depositing or the deposition, where it is deposited somewhere else. Moving water. River here at one time pulled all this material away. You can see that, let's make it a little bigger. You could see here that there's part of that is ready to break away. Doesn't happen fast. Well, sometimes it does, but over the millions of years, it certainly does happen. This kind of looks goofy, but this is a rock like this, but big, taller. But the reason it's shaped like this is moving air caused material to move. If you'll notice the background, it's like sandy. It's on a desert. Well, the wind blows and picks up the sand. If you've ever been on a beach in a windy day, you know that sand hurts. But it can only pick up the sand and knock it against this rock. It can only pick it up so high. That's why this is a different shape than it is down here. Now, eventually, with the wind blowing the sand against this part, it's going to fall over and kind of be like this one. It's just interesting to see that this shape is because the sand can't be lifted up that high. Moving ice. Glaciers cause materials to move. This is tons and tons and tons of ice. And it's moving downhill because of gravity. And it's scraping against the rock, and it's also picking up rocks. It's interesting when this goes downstream and eventually melts. It deposits those rocks, but they're not tiny rocks, they're boulders. And we have a special name for them because in science we have special names for just about everything. And it's called pluck because you pluck it out of one area and you put it in another area. They tend to be very round too, so it's like having a giant marble show up in the middle of a field. Very interesting. This is really neat. This shows how mountains are formed. See this pushing up here? Here's what's happening. The India plate is pushing into the Asian plate on the surface of the Earth down, 100 miles, say. And they're colliding. Now, of course, this is millions of years of movement. But it just pushes into it, and the material here gets pushed up. See how it's moving up? That's how mountains are formed. And that's because of gravity. Has to do with the magma, the molten center of the earth underneath the surface. Has different characteristics, which means it moves. But the earth is always in motion. It's constantly changing due to this thing called plate tectonics, these continents that you and I stand on. They're moving. Now, when they really slip next to each other, we feel that in an earthquake, because the earth quakes when it slips a little bit. So why is this important, knowing about Earth's features? Well, water, air, ice, and gravity, they act on rocks and soils. It's important to know that. And it either erodes, wears away, or deposition build up materials. So you're either taking materials away or depositing them. It's important because underwater features are a result of ocean water flow and volcanic activity also. And it's important to know about how the land works, because land filters our drinking water. We build homes on land that was formed by water. So that's a lesson on Earth's features. I hope you learned something.